I mean, it is a little stressful, just like everyone else. Everyone was ready to get back to wherever the new norm was going to be for us. But at the end of the day, it's a serious matter that's going on, and we want to make sure everyone's safe and healthy. With expectations, right now, no one can see the forecast. No one can see what's going to happen for the season this year. The only thing that we can do as a team is try to take advantage of this time that we have. And yes, it's a little different and a little awkward because it's on iPads and phones and doing it through a Zoom meeting, but still try to take advantage of that and prepare as best as we can. So when we are able to get back to what we know is normal, we are more than prepared.
Have you ever, I would imagine you've never played in an empty stadium before. How will you prepare yourself for the eventuality of playing football, possibly with no live fans or with half-filled stadiums? Of course, any big play you make is accompanied by a swell of energy, and you probably wouldn't have that. From a player's perspective, how would you handle that in a game?
It would definitely be different. From playing from NFL and playing in front of our amazing fans with the Giants, and then obviously in college at Penn State, which is an amazing place and amazing fans there too. But at the end of the day, kind of go down to just playing ball. Kind of when you're a kid, when no one's watching, backyard, or like, for instance, when we had practice, I know some practices we used to have fans there and having media there, but most of the time, no one's there. It's just us going at it and getting better every single day. So I guess that's kind of the same approach I would take if that was the case.
Saquon, hope you and the family are well. I was wondering, when you hear Judge talk about your offense and how it could look very similar to what the Cowboys have done the past few years, how excited are you to playing this new scheme when you see how Zeke was utilized? And then the second half of my question, having Dion Lewis in the running back room, what is that element added, and what do you think having both of you guys in the backfield can provide for this offense?
I don't think I just get excited because of how successful Zeke Elliott's been, just how successful Dallas been in recent years, and obviously kind of just meeting coaches and talking to coaches and getting to know them. I'm kind of just more excited for that. It's a fresh start, it's a new start. You learn a new system, kind of like a rookie again. Obviously, you understand football a little bit more than you probably would have coming from college into the NFL. But I'm really excited just to attack it and get ready for it when the opportunity does present itself. And having Dion, anytime you can have a veteran guy who's done it at a high level and is continuing to do it at a high level, it's always beneficial to be able to learn from.
Do you embrace the leadership role, and do you see yourself as one of the key players in that regard with this team?
Definitely embrace the leadership role. That's something that I kind of tried to take on last year, and still trying to continue to learn and continue to grow and continue to be better in that area. But not just only seeing myself as a key player. No, I don't see myself as that because I know it's going to take multiple key players. So just try to get everyone that we can to get on the right page and get the right mindset and buy into the message that Coach Judge and Coach Garrett and all those guys are telling us. And when opportunity does come, try to attack it at a high level and create our new standard.
The second season of a quarterback's development is obviously pretty big, and this is a strange offseason where you're not really getting to spend that much time in person with Daniel. So I guess what makes you confident that he can keep on improving, becoming the quarterback that you've talked about you think he can be? And then how have you guys been able to try and build that chemistry in this weird situation?
Know how his mentality. He's a hard worker. He's competitive. So even through these tough times, he's going to find a way. We're all going to try to find a way and try to find a way to improve as not just individuals, but as a team.
You like to work out and make sure you're in the best shape possible. How is that possible now? What kind of adjustments are you making? Where are you working out? How are you staying shape and in fit and, being ready for once you get on the field? It's all new to everybody here.
Yeah, definitely all new to everyone. I'm very fortunate enough to, have my own little facility, gym setup, I guess you could say. Kind of always wanted to get my own little gym, and then this kind of just happened. So kind of just, I guess you could say, playing out perfectly for me. So I'm really not missing a beat. Kind of got everything that I kind of need Obviously it's just different not being there with, your teammates, and that's the stuff that you miss the most in being there with your coaches. But just trying to tackle it as best as I can, and trying to keep my body in tip-top shape for when the opportunity does come. More than ready.
Are you running? Are you going out running in, fields or in the neighborhood? And where are you exactly? Are you, where is this gym set up? What does it look like?
Well, my gym's in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It's my basement.
Yeah.
So you go in my house and go downstairs in the basement, and I got a nice little gym set up. But just running, whether it's running in my neighborhood, find little fields that you can get on. Obviously, I know the rules and everything. But that's kind of the way I'm trying to stay in tip-top shape. But also with my strength program, I kind of got a similar setup to what we have. Like if you could just put in your mind of what we have in our weight room, and just have like for an individual that can go for like 2 or 3, 4 people on one rack. I kind of have all that stuff that is needed.
Going on. I was just wondering, what was your reaction when you first looked at the playbook, and what makes you think it's going to be a good fit for this team and for you in particular?
Yeah, I mean, the first reaction when I looked at it was like, here we go again. Got to dive in. Like I said earlier, kind of feeling like a rookie, obviously understanding football a little bit more. And the plays may have some similarity to it, but terminology different. But the reason why, I believe that we are going to be able to, be successful and, have the key pieces to do it. Because I know what we have on this team. I know the coaches that we have in the building. I know the way that we're attacking it right now, and I think that's going to be a key reason for us to hopefully have success in the future.
And what's been your initial impression of Joe Judge? I mean, what's your interactions been with him so far?
It's been great. He's definitely, he's very detailed. He's setting the standard. I think that's great. Anytime he talks, you pay attention, you listen. He's just the only thing I can say is only good things about him. And I'm really excited, and hopefully soon, rather later, we all can get together and as a team.
I'm curious what you're looking to build on from last year and how much more challenging it is not being able to be on the field or, go through drills to work on that stuff going into this offseason right
now. What I'm trying to build on is just trying to improve every single day right now. With these meetings, and meaning by that, just coming to these meetings locked in, making sure that I'm taking notes, paying attention to the details, and anytime that I do get a chance to work on my little craft, whether if I get on the field or not, focus on the things that are being taught in meetings and try to apply it to the field, and just try to stay focused and try to stay locked in. So when it does come, I'm ready.
And I'm curious, they've really committed to the offensive line, especially through the draft. They, took Andrew Thomas in the first round and Lemieux and Pert. As a running back, how can that really help you when they've made that kind of commitment to the guys in front of you, open up the running lanes?
Yeah, obviously, as a running back, you see offensive linemen getting drafted, you get excited. But it wasn't just about that. You trust the guys up front. You trust the guys up front in the office to make the right decisions, and to trust that they're going to bring the guys in here that whether the position was offensive lineman, running back, tight end, and so on, that they're going to bring in guys that are ready to work and compete and try to get this team back to where we know that we can be. And so that's what I was just more excited about. Yeah, Burns, Coach Burns, he's great. He's great. The little time that we do get to have on the meeting, obviously I can't wait to spend more time, not just only with Coach Burns, but with all my guys on the team and all the coaches. Hopefully, like I said, sooner rather than later. But he's great. He's got a great history with running backs at Alabama. He's very attention to detail, very focused on the little things, and not only him, but Stephen Brown too. Our running back assistant, they've been doing a really great job of preparing us and getting us ready as best as we can for when opportunity does come.
Challenges of being a leader for a virtual team. You don't have your hands on people. You can't just kind of sidle up to guys in the locker room. How do you be a leader in this environment?
The same way you would do in in team meetings or in the locker room. Obviously, you're not there face to face, but I think the key thing is the times where we are logging in and we get that little bit of time before we dive into our installs, try to make it as natural as it can possibly be. And that's something that it's not that I'm just focuses on. I'm just being myself. I'm being myself. Shep, so on. All those guys are being themselves, and we're chopping them up. Whether we're joking on each other or we're just checking on each other. I think that's like the key important thing doing these meetings right now, and I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. So,
Coach said he keeps an eye on that, and he's kind of scouting people and not necessarily analyzing and judging people, but he's taking notes on how guys are interacting in these meetings and stuff. Are you doing the same for the coaches? You obviously aren't there with them in person. You only get to spend 2 hours a day with them. Are you making judgments about the coaching staff in these meetings?
Nah, I'm just taking notes and trying to make sure that I'm ready for when this thing starts. Like I said, obviously, at the end of the day, it's football. Terminology may be a little different, but I just want to make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's when this thing starts. To be honest, I feel like, maybe some people agree with me, maybe some people don't. You're probably learning more during this time. And with the meetings and over Zoom, and having more time at home. So I think it's going to be beneficial not only for myself, but the new rookies that we have and all the guys. And if we just keep having the right mindset and take advantage of it, I think we'll hope.
Saquon, thank you for doing this. We appreciate it. I'm sure last month you saw Christian McCaffrey got the big contract extension, and almost everybody's follow story after that was, well, Saquon's going to be the next big one. I'm curious if your mind at all jumped to that. Have you thought about what could be coming in a year or so? And just knowing that kind of negotiation is down the road, do you feel that you still have something to prove?
Well, I always feel like I have something to prove. That's always been my mindset. Always going to try to, be the best player and person that I can be, not only for myself but for my team. But yes, when Christian, signed that big contract, the first thing that came to my mind was I'm happy for him. I know Christian personally, and talking to him throughout the season, throughout the years, whether it's off season or through the season. I worked out with him one time, and you could just see his work ethic and how attention to detail he is. So it was more happy for him, and he deserves it. But for me, I'm a big believer in taking care of the little things first. And that's right now coming into the meetings and try to be the best leader, the best player that I can from obviously in this, I don't know how sides of a box you would call it. And I feel like if you take care of that, all things take care of the rest for itself in the future.
The flip side of that was Todd Gurley was cut. The Rams got rid of him really quickly. Was that shocking to you? And is that a reminder of how quickly things can go away in the NFL?
Yeah, definitely shocking. I know TJ. I know TJ pretty well. TG pretty well. Obviously, it sucks that he had to leave the Rams, but he gets a fresh new start, and hopefully he can remind the league how dominant a player he is. And no, I don't need Todd Gurley getting traded or cut. I forgot how it happened to remind me how the NFL is. That's just NFL. That's a business, and that's why you got to try to take advantage of every single day you can.
Curious, we obviously asked you about the Cowboys offense. I know you have a previous relationship with Zeke. I'm just curious, have you reached out to him to talk about what it's like to be in this type of offense? And then the other thing is when Dan mentioned Burton Burns earlier, I know immediately it seemed like Alabama guys reached out to you on social media to tell you what kind of a coach you were getting. I'm just curious what that response was.
Yeah, definitely. Heard from a lot of guys in Bama. I remember Mark hitting me up, telling me I got a good one. He's 100% right from everything that I've seen so far, and it's only going to improve and get better when we actually are able to get together and work with each other. But with Zeke, no, actually I haven't contacted Zeke yet. That's something that I do plan on doing. But I kind of want to dissect and get the system down myself, and then get to Zeke and see what he was doing here, what he was doing there, because it's kind of like with anything. Obviously, like there's the basic stuff that you learn and the basic stuff that you got to be able to do, but at the end of the day, there's some stuff that you got to do as just a football player and become use your creativity, and I would definitely use him and try to learn from him and see what he was able to do.
First of all, when this offseason was your ankle fully 100% healthy? When was it? Because I know it was offseason, but when? And the second thing to follow, kind of what Art asked you about Zeke. But I'm just wondering, you've been productive your first 2 years when healthy, obviously. But Zeke's been in the league a little longer, and he's been uber productive in Jason Garrett's offense. So I just wonder your reaction. Will you watch some tape of him, or is there curiosity there on your part in terms of, as productive as you've been, can you be even more productive with Jason Garrett as your OC?
Great questions. When you watch film, Zeke definitely stands out. He's always stood out to me. I always say, I like not just a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the game. I like watching running backs and learning from them. And it's cool to be able to go back and see some plays that I've watched before. Now actually be on this side and actually understanding the play behind it and how it worked for him. He's been very productive. And for me, I've always believed and always taught to believe in yourself. And I feel like that every year I'm gonna try to improve. And with the help of not just Jason Garrett's offense, but with my work ethic and my teammates around me, not only myself as an individual, I feel like we can be more productive on the offense side of the ball. And, obviously all three phases of the game, playing complementary football. And then with the ankle injury, I felt the ankle injury, the ankle felt good after the season. Let's just say that.